In this month's edition of Tack to Track, presented by Jax, trainer Chuck Sylvester and caretaker Mike Petrowski show how to hang trotting hobbles on filly trotter Coco Truffles.
In our stable, we give a horse 2 chances. If they make a break twice, they're getting the trotting hobbles. And they go on similar to the pacing hobbles. And for some reason, horses never fight them. You can put them right on for the first time, they'll go right out there, and if they're going to help them, they'll help them the first time. The strap goes around just like trotting hobbles that you put on a pacer, and when you buckle it up, you want the hobbles to be about 4 inches off the bottom of the horse from their belly. So he'll adjust that from the first time, and then we'll readjust it after he puts the front trotting hobbles on. Puts them in their legs. Those straps hang down just almost exactly like a pacing hobble.
How high do you know where to put it?
Well, you know that you want it a few inches above the knees, but not up in here. You don't want them up in here. You want them down to where they're going to help them. And of course, now they're a little low there, but when you check the horse's head up, it's automatically going to pick them up. Some guys will want this just a little higher. That might be a little low right there. So yeah, that's better. Maybe an inch lower than that. That's about where they should be. You'll see some of them have them clear down here where they're sagging. I don't like that. So we pick them up to when the horse is checked up, then they're all pretty level. What our help does is they'll count the holes that they go in from the bottom, and they put them in the same one, and they'll count the holes here. So they're, once you start racing, they're always in the same spot. So everything changes once you hook it to the race bike. Just put it in the third hole from the end, that's fine. Yeah. All right, when you hook this strap up, according to the horse, you go around the bike here and you fasten it. Let's see, hook her out to the last hole because it's going to be too long for her. Every horse is a little different. Some of them want them tighter, but in our stable, if we have about this much play, when you're finished putting them on and they're tight in the front legs, that's about what we like. Now, I've had horses that you had to tighten them up real tight at first to give them hardly no play at all. That's a little bit too snug on the horse that's going to race. A normal is approximately right there. Then what we do is tape this to the bike so it doesn't move. The only problem you have, some horses now, when you're taking a hold of the horse leaving, this bike's going to slide up. See how much more you got there? Then when they get a little tired, the bike comes back and it tightens them a little. And so you have to, it varies with different horses. Now let's see, that's too loose right there now. But that needs to be, and that's about what's normal for a horse that's racing right there. They'll go out there and they'll help them instantly if they're going to help them. And most horses, that steadies them. She made a couple breaks last year. We put them on her, never made a break afterwards. The jog cart's a little simple because we have a snap we put on there, and this jog cart has a snap, and you just snap it to it so it stays the same every day. The race bikes are a little different. And different trainers have them different. Some of them want them a little higher in front, some a little lower. But the normal is about like that, right there. I watched Ray Snichter because he put them on a lot, and I didn't use them very often. And I seen how he did it, and that's kind of how I learned how to adjust them. And you just, if they burn them in front a little, that means you do have them way too tight. And they'll also, If they're too tight, they'll jerk the race bike. You'll feel the race bike jerking when you're going. This type of hobbles has their own belly band. So we have to take the belly band off of the original harness, and we'll put that on.
You always put those on first on the right side because you tighten on the left.
Well, what we do normally, when they take the harness off, they'll put those on while their harness is off. So when they put the harness on, they're all on there.
So what are you doing now, Chuck?
Well, with this the strap that goes around it, around the belly to keep these in place, and it's the same as the other. You want it 3-4 inches off the belly. Something. Take it up a little more, Mike. There you go. Something about like that. I'm in 3 from the bottom, just guessing. These are actually about, it's the same thing as the other ones, except you don't have to hook these to a bike. These are a little simpler because once you adjust them, they always stay the same, and you never worry about different race bikes being different lengths. So guys like these better for that reason. Now in her, these have to come out a little bit. Those are going to be too long. You can see here, we have too much room. So now what you do, pull that pin out over there, Mike, on the other side. This has a bar. We'll take the pin out and we'll pull them out. Should be roughly right there. Now that fits her better. You can see these are too high in front. Let those down a hole or two.
Wait, Chuck.
Let those down to number 2 at least. That's good. You're gonna put it in the keeper. And then see, you have about this much clearance, and that's plenty. And that's just about adjusted just about right on her. This here could come up just a little. There you are, up in there. There you go, right out there. Now it's setting pretty level, and that's adjusted pretty good, just guessing for the first time. Now you'll adjust them after you go out with them according to their stride, but that's pretty good right there. And like I said, most of them, for some reason, never like, you put trotting or pacing hobbles on a horse the first few times, they're going to kick and do everything. They don't bother. And it helps trotting guys get horses to the races, I can tell you that. A lot of horses wouldn't race today if they couldn't use those.